Are you testing everything in your business? I'll explain next on Agent Hacks. Testing, testing, testing. Not enough people. In fact, most people, most business people, and especially real estate agents, they don't test anything. They just make a postcard, send it out, hope they're going to get a call. They go on a listing presentation, they don't have a game plan, hope that they get the listing signed. And that's not the most effective way to run a business. If you're not running tests in your business with hyper-specific goals attached to them, then you're leaving money on the table and you're not converting at the rate you want. Remember, we're in the conversion business. The goal is to convert phone calls or conversations with clients into appointments, turn them into clients and get them to sign a contract with you, and then sell them a property or list and sell their home for them. That's the game plan here. And if you're not making your tests about those things, stop the video right now and come up with a business plan. If you want to test and you want to get serious, after you set that hyper-specific goal, for example, I want to take 75% of all the listing appointments that I go on and turn them into a signed listing agreement, or I want to list 30 homes in my farm this year. Those are hyper-specific. And they also have math attached to them because business is math. And if you can't measure it, then you can't test it. So get clear on your specific goal and then run the tests. Now, before you run the tests, you have to go through the hypothesis stage. And the format for a hypothesis is this. The most effective way to insert your goal is to insert the test. So the most effective way to sign listing appointments at a 75% listings taken ratio is to send out a pre-listing video in advance and make sure that I'm pre-qualifying everyone no matter what. There's a challenge with that. I inserted 2 variables there and not 1. So you might need to adjust it and make the test, I'm going to pre-qualify everyone no matter what, or I'm going to send out the pre-listing video every time. Those should be independent tests and you should be testing both. My experience and my tests tell me do both of them. That's not the point. We want to talk about testing here. So that's step 1. Come up with a hypothesis. Another example of a hypothesis would be the most effective way to take 30 listings in my farm is to highlight my phone number in red at the bottom right with text that's a 14-point font. That's very specific. And then you send the postcard out and you see what kind of results you get. And this is all trackable and measurable. So once you set the hypothesis, then you need to identify the lever. And that lever would be the pre-listing video like I just talked about, the pre-qualification script, or highlighting the phone number, making it larger in a 14-point font. So you see how specific that we're getting. So you have the hyper-specific goal, you have the hypothesis, then you have the lever, and then you got to run the test and do the thing. And by running the test, what's important there is you have someone who's trustworthy executed. So in our case, I'd be the one running the tests for the listing appointments, or Val, our marketing manager, our marketing director, she would be the one that would be running the tests on the postcards. And then we track the calls and see how we do. The whole point here is this is how you test. And then you've got to measure the data and interpret it to see what happens. And what you'll find is, and you'll see the biggest companies out there, the most sophisticated companies, they'll play around with things like, should I move the chat box to the bottom right or the bottom left of our webpage? Or should I put hands in my video on a YouTube video to increase the subscriber rate? These are real tests that have been run. The whole point is, as real estate agents and as business owners, most importantly, hear what I said there. As business owners, if you're not testing, you're not getting better. You're not pushing the envelope and you're not trying to do more business. And ultimately, these tests should roll up to your organizational or your personal business goals, which I would imagine have to do with GCI, gross commission income, revenue, profitability, and number of homes sold. So that's your testing plan. Hyper-specific goal, form a hypothesis, identify the lever, run the test, do the thing, and then interpret the data, and then make strategic changes based on that. Pretty in-depth, pretty specific, and most importantly, it's going to be pretty effective in helping you run a better business. Any questions? You know where to reach me. We'll catch you next week.